You say you've let go. You say you're not attached, but you still feel it. That pull, that underlying need, that quiet sense of, I just want this to happen already. And even if you don't say it out loud, it's there. In how often you think about it, in how much it affects your mood, in how you feel when nothing changes. Because when something doesn't matter, it doesn't move you. But this does. So your attention keeps going back to it, not forcefully, but consistently. You revisit it. You check in on it. You notice it. And that means it's still being held, still active, still important in a way that affects you. And that's attachment, not wanting something, needing it, to feel a certain way, to feel okay, to feel secure, to feel complete. And when something carries that role, it holds weight. And anything that holds weight doesn't move easily. It stays where it is because you're holding on to it. Attachment isn't just wanting something. It's not even thinking about it a lot. It's deeper than that. Attachment is when something has a job, a role, something you're expecting it to give you, a feeling, a state, a sense of completion. So instead of it just being something you'd like, it becomes something you rely on, something that feels necessary. Because without it, something feels off, incomplete, unsettled. And from that position, your attention keeps going back to it. Not because you're choosing to, because it feels important. Because it feels like, once this happens, I'll feel better. Once this comes in, everything will click. Once I have this, I'll finally relax. And that's attachment. Giving something outside of you the responsibility to change how you feel, to complete something, to fix something. And because of that, you keep it close. You think about it. You monitor it. You react to it. Because it matters. But the more it matters, the more weight it holds. And the more weight it holds, the less it moves. Because you're holding it in place, trying to secure it, trying to keep it, trying to make sure it happens. And that holding is what stops it from shifting. Attachment feels like focus, like you care, like you're aligned. But structurally, it creates resistance because attachment is pressure, not always obvious, but present. A subtle tension of, I need this. I want this to happen. I'm waiting for this. And that tension keeps everything active, unsettled, because needing something means it's not here. It means you're aware of the gap, aware of the absence, aware that something hasn't happened yet. And that awareness is what repeats, not the desire, the gap. So even if you're visualizing, even if you're affirming, even if you're doing everything right, if underneath that, there's still a need, that's what's being held. That's what's being repeated. Because attachment keeps your attention tied to the outcome. You're watching it, waiting on it, measuring it, and that keeps it in motion. Unstable, not fully settled, because you're not in a position of having. You're in a position of needing, and needing never stabilizes. It keeps looking forward, keeps waiting, keeps anticipating instead of being. And that's why it feels like it's not happening, because it's not locking in, not becoming natural, not becoming obvious, because the position underneath it hasn't changed. There is a state where you still want something, but you don't need it, and that changes everything. In this state, you're not waiting, you're not watching, you're not measuring progress, because it doesn't feel like something missing. It feels like something that's already yours, settled, done. And when something feels done, you don't hold on to it. You don't think about it all day. You don't monitor it. You don't react to it, because it doesn't carry weight. It doesn't have a job anymore. It's not responsible for how you feel. You already feel complete. You already feel okay. So the desire becomes light, effortless, not something you're trying to secure, just something that exists. And from that position, your attention returns to you, not tied to outcomes, not dependent on change, just stable, present, unmoved. And when there's no weight, things move, because nothing is being held, nothing is being forced, nothing is being needed. Everything becomes natural, effortless, unresisted. And that's what allows it to reflect, not effort, not control, not need. Absence of weight. You were never stuck because it wasn't happening. You were stuck because you were holding it, giving it weight, giving it importance that affected you, needing it to feel a certain way, to feel okay, to feel complete. And that need is what kept everything in place. Because what you need, you hold on to. What you hold on to doesn't move. So even though you wanted it to happen, you were also keeping it where it was, not intentionally, but structurally, through attachment, through that subtle pull of, I need this. But now, that changes, because you see it clearly. You don't need to force detachment. You don't need to pretend you don't care. You don't need to push it away, because the position itself has shifted. Once something feels like it's already yours, there is nothing to hold, nothing to secure, nothing to wait for. So the weight disappears. And when the weight disappears, movement happens, naturally, effortlessly, without interference. You're no longer the one needing it. You're the one who already has it. And from that position, everything follows. If this landed, anchor it. Comment, I don't need it, it's already mine.